In this video, I'll be doing a full recap of my experience at the Seattle DLC, along with tips, tricks, pointers, and of course, opening all the prizes that I collected from the prize wall. Let's get into it. So the Seattle DLC just ended. If you weren't there, I'm really sorry because I'm probably gonna hype it up way too much and give you some serious FOMO, but it was actually my first DLC, so I'm gonna keep referencing DLC. It means Disney Lorcana Challenge, but it was my first time ever attending one. It was also my first time ever attending a major card game tournament event, so it was double exciting for me and over the top. I had the best time possible. The experience was unreal. The people I met, everything about it was just incredible. I loved it. I cannot wait to go to another one. In fact, I've been searching repeatedly to see if there's a way to get an attendee badge for the one in California, the North American Championships. So I really want to go back. I really want to do it again. It was just way too much fun. So to break it down, the cost, it was $50 for a challenger badge or a competitor badge that let you compete in the Saturday tournament, or it's $40 for an attendee badge, which if you're not planning on going to the top 64, I think the attendee badge is the way to go. I mean, you save 10 bucks, you get to do all the side events and all the other things. You're just not competing in the main one. The main one was how I got 12 prize tickets, but it took 9 rounds and nearly 12 hours to do. It was a long day where I could have just done some side events. But again, the side events, let's get into that. Side events, if you're doing Pack Rush, they are $15. Now, what's included with the $15 is you're getting 2 packs that you get to open, and then you're basically playing them kind of blindly. You start with 5 cards. I'm gonna do a video on Pack Rush, so I won't over explain it. But for the $15, you're getting a participation prize ticket. You get to open 2 packs of, at the time it was Shimmering Skies, and then you're playing for an additional prize ticket. The other side events I did, the sealed Chapter 1, where I got to open 6 packs of Chapter 1. It was $65 after the fees. But again, you're opening 6 packs, you keep all the cards, and you have the opportunity to win an additional 12 prize tickets, and you're also given 4 prize tickets. So the side events were pretty great. It's a great way to get some quick tickets versus the all day long tournament. But I mean, if you're an amazing player, then the tournament might be for you. I'm not an amazing player, so I had to scratch and claw just to break 20 points, and it took the 9th round to do it. So again, almost 12 hours of playing. It was a little exhausting. I got my 12 tickets. I think next time, unless things majorly improve with my skill set and ability to play this game, I'll probably stick with the side events. But again, it was a great chance to open packs, doing all those side events, getting some prize tickets. So yeah, gives you an idea of the costs associated with going. Moving on to some pro tips. Definitely arrive early. The lines can be a little chaotic. So we arrived fairly early on Friday. We got checked in, we got all of our things to start, our badges, some scorecards, which I'll show you shortly. They're pretty cool. So getting the sign in out of the way. Also, if you're there early, there are hidden D23 Mickeys around the facilities. I first saw it in the Vegas DLC. So you could find yourself $150 plus Mickey. I want to say that's what they're going for now, but either way. The D23 Mickeys, the Sorcerer, are amazing, and they're also great to get signed later on if you happen to run in one of the co-creators. When you're signing up for side events, make sure you check your schedule. I had some issues with scheduling conflicts. At 11:30, I was supposed to play Pack Rush with the developer, but I also had a tournament starting at noon, and those lines can move kind of slow, so make sure you're not conflicting with your schedules between the main turn event, artist meet and greets, co-creator meet and greets, developer Pack Rush. And side event stuff. It can it can get a little chaotic. So as you're booking those things, make like a little notepad on your phone or something to keep track. And some of these events run pretty long. The sealed chapter 1, you had 30 minutes to open all your packs and build a deck. And then it's like 45 minutes per round with 15 minutes in between. So like that whole thing ate up like 3.5 hours. So, and I mean, if you play quick, there's downtime and you can pop in and do other things, but make sure you're giving yourself plenty of time so you're not rushing and scrambling. Day 3, that was definitely my case. I had the pack rush with the developer, followed immediately by a meet and greet with a co-creator, followed immediately again by sealed Floodborne event. So it was 3 very intense nail-biting hours trying to make sure I could pull everything off and be in my seat, because if you saw in one of my videos, if you're not there within the first 3 minutes of playing your opponent, they get the win. And if you're not there within the first 10 minutes, they win all 3 matches or all 2 matches. So being prompt and on time is a huge deal, and they do have clocks and timers everywhere, like big red LED ones. So it's kind of hard to mess up unless, you know, you've got your priorities on something else, then I get it. Other things, make sure you are logged into everything on your phone, your Melee account, your Eventbrite for the tickets, and any other ones that they're using. It got kind of chaotic for me. I couldn't keep track of everything. I have multiple email addresses, so when you're holding up the line trying to find a QR code, try and have those things ready as best as you can. And when you do attend for an artist signing, make sure you see what artists are going to be there and then pack extra cards. I brought at least 20 cards for each artist. You're allowed to get 2 signed, but when you're in line and you see somebody who wasn't prepared, handing them a card so that they can get signed is it feels really good. So I ended up giving all my extra cards to the artists to just keep on their desks in case someone showed up and didn't have a card to get signed. Now they did. So that was good deeds for the weekend. And if you're really wanting to get foil cards signed by them, make sure you pick up your foils locally before you go. The vendors there, I mean, it's a supply and demand thing, but the foils at the event were pretty pricey. Like a $2.20 foil is going for about $10 from some of the vendors just because the availability there, and they sold out fast. So there was a couple foils I wanted to get signed and they were just gone. So there was no hope of me getting them. Like the Madam Mim snake, that I was kicking myself for not having one of those. Other things you'll want to make sure you have, bring tons of sleeves, like penny sleeves, direct fit sleeves, and then of course I brought 1 box of Dragon Shield sleeves. I bought 3 while I was there because you're doing all these different tournaments and you want to protect some of these cards instead of just throwing them loosely in a box. So sleeves, all the vendors had sleeves for sale, which moves me on to the next pro tip, bringing cash. So it is a cashless event. They're just taking cards or like PayPal or Venmo, something like that. But I brought cash anyways because money talks. So a lot of the vendors, if they had something listed for 12 bucks, I'd say, hey, I'll give you 10 cash out the door. And 99% of the time they were taking that. So when there was some trades I was doing, if the trade wasn't in their favor and I was like $50 short on my end, I'd say, I'll give you these cards and 20 cash. And then they'll come back and give me 40 and I'd say 30. So the barter system's still in effect, folks. I was able to pull off some pretty sweet deals because I had cash. So like I bought I don't think I have it. I bought a playmat tube and they were like 14 bucks and I offered them 10 cash and they took it. One reason that they're going to do that, especially on day 3, is everything that they still have to sell, they have to take back with them. And most of them were from like the East Coast, so they're flying back with all this stuff. So it's a lot easier to just buy it all last minute from them, and they're more than happy to work with you. Other things to bring would be a comfortable backpack. You're going to acquire quite a few things while you're there. So the sleeves, the deck boxes, all those things are super handy to have in a nice backpack. And in that backpack, I would suggest snacks and a nice water bottle because it's a long event. And depending on where you're playing, I want to say the Dallas-Fort Worth, there wasn't really a whole lot for food options in the area. Seattle had the market that I showed in one of the videos, as well as a few places within like a block of the convention center. So I was actually able to eat in between some of the rounds. But again, snacks and a water bottle are like, those things are key. And the final nugget of information, the prize wall. Yeah. If you start to save up your tickets, the moment you have enough tickets for whatever it is that you want, go get it. I made a huge mistake by waiting till the last minute to get every last ticket I could, because I needed 60 for the things I wanted. And by the time I went to the prize wall, they were out of everything that I wanted. And it was a pretty crushing, like gut-wrenching feeling to work that hard for 3 days and not be able to get the things you want. And the worst part is I had 40 tickets when I walked by and they still had dozens of hats left. I should have just got one then, but I thought I'll just save it till the end. They're not gonna run out. They are going to run out. So the moment you have enough tickets for what you want, seize the moment and grab it. So I've been trying endlessly to work up a trade or just buy a hat from someone. I haven't had any luck yet, but I'm hopeful that I'll get the opportunity. So again, if you have enough tickets for what you want, buy it. I was saving for a Chapter 1 booster box and a hat, and they were out of Chapter 1, 2, and 3 booster boxes. Actually, they were done with booster boxes when I got up there. They were out of the hats. They still had some shirts in like the unpopular sizes, I guess. So like the extra smalls and the really larges, all the things in between were kind of gone. So I tried to get 17 packs of Ursula's Return because they were only 1 ticket a piece. And they didn't even have those, but I kind of got upgraded, I guess. They gave me 2 troves to equal the 16 packs and then 1 loose pack, so which I'll be opening shortly. And hopefully I can break the enchanted list streak on opening troves. Maybe these prize wall troves are going to like seal the deal for me. Also, with my prize wall meltdown, I didn't throw a fit. I was really upset. And what's silly is I had probably the most epic weekend with the craziest encounters and the best luck in the world with running into the creators, getting some amazing cards, that I have decided that my official channel card is going to be Royal Tantrum, because I had like the greatest time and threw a micro fit over not getting a hat and what I had saved for the whole time. So Royal Tantrum, I just ordered 30 of those cards off TCG Player so that at the next event I'll be signing and giving those away as collectibles, because it's just too funny at this point that I had like literally everything and nothing could have gone wrong. And then like the one thing that didn't go in my favor just made me turn into a sad baby. So now I'm going to show off all the cards that I got. And to give you an idea, yeah, things got awesome. Yeah, this bad boy. I got a lot of these cards, so I will be giving those out at future events. If you ever catch me in the wild, I should have quite a few on me, and if not, feel free to bring your own, sign those, and add to your collection. So I'm gonna get into some of these cards and then rip into these troves. And I also got 2 Chapter 1 packs in a trade, so I'll get to those also. All right, so let's get into the cards that I acquired on this wild event. They're actually fairly in order. So first off, the moment you check in, you get a Kristoff promo, and I'm a sucker for promos. They're one of a kind little things. So you get a Kristoff promo right out the gate. Facebook group that I'm a part of, the Glimminiers, I ran into Demetrius and had him sign the Try Everything card. And Lorcana Goons from YouTube was there, so I had to get a Goon signature on a card. And then I brought a few cards with me in hopes that I could run into Ryan Miller or Steve, and I happened to run into Ryan Miller and had him sign my Mickey Mouse Brave Little Tailor foil, followed by both of the co-creators signing my Mickey Mouse D23. So that was unreal. I got that done at the meet and greet. I had Ryan sign it. and he was sitting next to Steve, who was meeting with someone, and I said, can you slip that over to Steve really quick? I thought I had it here. I also had them sign my competitor badge, so that was pretty sweet. And now, the reason why the Royal Tantrum is so goofy, because my luck was unreal. Ryan Miller took care of me with not one, not two, but 3 D23 Playful Sorcerer Mickeys. So we had some great conversation, lot in common. It was fun to chat. He was appreciative of what I was doing for the Lorcana community by doing the channel and just kind of being the family-friendly face and promoting things so well. So it was really neat, and I feel very rewarded by the opportunity to meet him and get those cards. And then moving on to some of the artist signatures. So Brian, super cool guy. He signed the Iago from Chapter 1, a lucky rare for me. He is also the artist of Madam Mim. This is the one where I was kicking myself for not having a foil. I did, however, find a Nick Wilde foil. Keep wanting to say photo. They are photos in a sense, but a Nick Wilde foil. Got that one signed by him. And so that was super cool. Along with that, each of them, if you forget a card to have them sign, they all have these at their desks. So I got one of these signed from each artist, which I'll get framed and they'll end up on the wall somewhere over here. Let's put that somewhere safe. I need more shelves and more desk space. Okay, so moving on to the next artist, Kendall Hale. I managed to find I got a Befuddle foil. That was super cool. And he also signed some to the channel for Living Lorcana. So he did the Hans 13th in line and the Marshmallow foil, which was super sweet. But this one was like a tough one. Having him sign my Mickey Mouse Enchanted. I'll post up a picture of some of the art he's done, or is it that way? It's probably that way. Some of the art he's done on these. He's been commissioned to do some pretty crazy stuff. So the artist signed. And then I think the one that was super cool, this is an error, like an errata Befuddle card. The original was return a character, and it got corrected to return chosen character. So not only is it an error card, but it's signed by the artist, which is pretty sweet. And of course, Kendall signed this for me. It's Seattle DLC he included. Super cool. Also gonna get that framed. Moving on to Julie. She was one of my favorite experiences, getting to meet her, talking to her. She had only recently taken up art. So during COVID, when everyone got new hobbies, myself included, she took up art and drawing, and this is one of her first gigs. So I asked her, I was like, so you just on a whim started a new hobby, and fast forward, you're doing Disney art. And she's like, it's pretty amazing, huh? I was like, beyond amazing. So she signed the Wendy Darling foil, the Sorcerer's Spellbook, which was another foil I could not find for the life of me. I looked everywhere. She did another Wendy and another Sorcerer's Spellbook to the channel. She also signed the Wendy for me to get framed. So a lot of takeaways from this. So that's just the signatures. Moving on, once you play 3 rounds of the tournament, the challenge, you get a Dragonfire promo foil. While I was there, I ended up trading for an extra one because I didn't want to like start sorting through cards after I'd put a bunch on the table, and they're like, okay, well, we'll give you this much in trade. I was like, okay, what's worth $45, $40? And so I added another one. Speaking of which, this was another $40 gap to fill, a Chapter 1 Gaston promo. So I've been trying to collect all the promos from each chapter to really finish like master sets kind of. And then of course, while I was there, I bought this off of someone on the Facebook market, or the Lorcana groups on Facebook. I think I gave her $26. And because I'm an Encanto sucker, I had to get a Bruno from her. And she was actually a judge working, so she just kind of walked by, saw me, and she's like, here's your card. I was like, oh, sweet. So let's get to the trades. I traded all of my legendaries and a handful of my popular super rares. To give you an idea, the stack was like about that big. And I showed some of the pictures of the trades. But this one was one of my previous chapter chase cards. So from Ursula's Return, I wanted the Anna. I traded for her. Also in the same trade, got Look at This Family. Again, Encanto. And because of my behavior, I had to get a Royal Tantrum in trade. And I actually bought one off another Facebook group. He was literally playing like 3 tables away, and we're just like seeing each other. And I was like, "You're the guy." And we just kind of nodded, and I messaged, and I was like, "When you're done, I'll take that card." So it was cool. I got 2 more Royal Tantrums. Took Archimedes in on a trade. This one I traded those promo pins that you win for playing locally in leagues. And again, chapter 5, I couldn't pull anything, so I just had to trade for it all. I ended up getting the Clarabelle Enchanted, an Arthur Enchanted from chapter 5. You're welcome, because love Maui. And I don't know why King Candy just gives me the creeps, but again, chapter 5, I kind of wanted to get every single enchanted from chapter 5, but the Mufasa and the Naveen were a little bit out of budget for me. So I had to settle for his awful brother Scar. And then at the prize wall, because everything was gone, here are the promos. So I traded in my tickets for the Rapunzel. And the worst part is I had literally just traded some legendaries in for a Rapunzel. So I ended up with 2 Rapunzels out of the event, 1 off the prize wall, 1 in a trade. And of course, Cinderella Stout-Hearted promo, which the cards are absolutely amazing. I know you're thinking, a hat? Really? You wanted a hat over some of these cards? Well, I am going bald and it is cold now, so a hat would have been great. Other things that I acquired. These fig pins were super cool. I want to say they were $10 a piece from one of the vendors. They're like, I mean, you probably can't see, but maybe if I can, yeah, like 3 stabby holes because they're such big pins. Those will end up just kind of on the collection wall. They're super cool for display. I really liked them. I see it, I like it, I want it, I bought it. I also did the major trade for this, which will be the 500 subscriber 100th video opening. It is not the first print, but it is a February print from maybe it was February of 2024. So it's not the original first one with all the errors, but still awesome. And then of course I got 2 loose chapter 1 packs from some trades, because my trades I would have been just giving away stuff, so I had to fill the gap, like, ooh, I'll take some dice, or I'll take a deck box. But yeah, it was pretty sweet. I got a whole lot of goodies. These things were $3 a piece, just some homemade pins. I tried to put them on my backpack, and I failed to line them up correctly, so they were like on my back, not like on the straps where I wanted them. But they were super cool, had to get some, and I'm supporting local people trying to make a couple bucks, and yeah, it felt good. And I had the cash, and I think they were $3 a piece, and again, cash. I said, would you do 2 for $5? And that worked. But I think everyone's kind of tired of hearing me yap and wants to see some packs get open. I'll save the chapter 1s for last, but I'm going to see if I can't break the bad luck streak with these troves. I've still never pulled an enchanted out of a box of troves. And oh, I love how they're just like violently thrown in. I do need to break the streak. I would love to pull an enchanted out of a trove. Also, I really needed some of these. I need more of these dividers. I've taken some time and tried to start sorting the chaotic collection. It's a bit much. Let's move some of these out of the way. Okay, 8 packs. Chapter 4, Ursula's Return, starts now. I'm hopeful. I don't know, maybe the prize wall will make up for breaking my heart. I don't know.
So, without further delay, Hans, Chenpo, that thing was a beast when I was playing Pack Rush. Flounder, look at this family for the rare, Jasmine for the rare, the foil, beast thick skinned. So yeah, the Pack Rush is probably one of my new favorite things. I'll definitely be doing a video on what it is, what it entails, how to play. Some other takeaways I got from this event. I will be upgrading cameras. I saw people holding around the little ones that don't shake. But I wanted to get some gameplay. I wanted to record gameplay, and you're not allowed to record during the actual challenge, like the main event. But like side events, if the person across from me didn't mind, I really wanted to record, and with my setup, I wasn't able to, so I will be getting something else, like a little mini tripod and something to record, so that you can see how some of those games played out, and I can do a little more focus on gameplay if that's what people are getting into. I'll always be opening packs, but gameplay is fun, and it's just one more thing that draws me to the whole Lorcana community. So one last hope for the rare, Aurora for the super rare, the foil, dodge. Oops, gotta leave a slot for the foils. So that was one big takeaway, was getting like a better camera setup. Again, I've been doing this for, well, we're going on 10 months now, so it's all been growing and learning and lots of learning, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. This experience has been amazing. Not just the DLC, but the YouTube channel and communicating with all of you has been awesome. I appreciate the comments. Let's just keep this going. Triton's Trident, Great Stone Dragon, Mystical Rose for the rare, Treasures Untold, followed by Swing Into Action. Also, I'm ordering like it'll go in like a pocket or clip-on camera. So one of the next videos I'm going to do, I will be heading to the local GameStop to submit cards to PSA and giving you like a full rundown on how to prepare your cards, which cards you should do, and then how it goes in store. So that'll be exciting. A lot of you have commented you enjoy like the vlogging and the live stuff. So I'm gonna focus on that as well, on top of the pack openings and some gameplay. So Li Shang, Sisu, Miracle Candle for the rare, Goofy for the rare, the foil, Great Stone Dragon. Man, Trobes, I don't know what I ever did to Trobes and why I can't pull like a crazy enchanted or something major out of them. But yeah, prize wall. Man, it's gonna bug me probably forever and ever until I get to go back and do it right and not wait till the very end to try and get prizes. Dolores, Pascal, Argus, Hades, Aladdin, Isabella for the rare, Lumiere for the rare, the foil, Raya, Guardian of the Dragon Gem. Not even a single legendary yet. It was weird trading off my entire legendary collection because I was gonna say years of work, but it was months of work and pulls, but to get all the enchanteds I wanted, and instead of like hours and hours and hours on the Facebook groups hoping I can trust someone, it was really nice to just unload them all into one big spot. So it was super cool. Next time I'm going to bring even more for trade. Great Stone Dragon, LeFou for the rare, Mr. Lightning Bolts himself, Zeus, the foil, Fazu. Man, 2 packs left. Not any crazy pulls. I was really hoping that my Royal Tantrum would come back to smack me in the face by getting like an enchanted out of one of these, even though we'll see. Pegasus, Olaf, Max, Camilo, Khan, the Great Stone Dragon, Alma Madrigal for the rare, Noi, Acrobatic Baby, the foil, Miracle Candle. Wow, last pack, prize trove. What is happening? All right, last pack. Hopefully we can get some last pack magic here. Please, pretty please. Or is this my karma for being a whiner at the prize wall? Casa Madrigal, Winter Camp, Stitch, Hey Hey, Daisy Duck, Marshmallow, the Muses for the rare, Raja for the rare. So no legendary in this entire box. What is the foil? Flotsam and Jetsam Entangling Eels foil. Ouch. All right. So, man, troves just like, maybe they're just not my thing. I don't know. Is that really an entire trove? Not a legendary pull. Nothing. My buddy Chris, who lives locally, just randomly bought 3 packs of Lorcana because he couldn't get Pokemon. And in his 3 packs, he pulled 3 legendaries. So I was just chatting with him. He's like, that doesn't seem normal. No, Chris, it's not. It's not normal. Because here I am opening 6 packs and getting nothing. It's wild. So hopefully, come on, box 2. Or maybe there's something hidden in the first chapter packs, but this channel, we need some hits. Lately it's been painful. Training Grounds, Rose Lantern, Pascal. I didn't even have it on the camera. Will you focus here, man? Mirabelle Madrigal, Magic Broom, Prince Eric, Payne, Prince Philip, Donald Duck Legendary. Okay, we got our first legendary, followed by Hades foil. My goodness, I was starting to get really worried. If there's not a single legendary in 2 troves, that might be time to hang up the openings, take a break, come back tomorrow. I'm not gonna take a huge break. All right, 7 packs left. Man, I really want to snap the bad luck trove streak here. Also, I desperately need more legendaries and super rares so I can start working up next year's trades. It's crazy that we're already in November. Like, wild to me. Fortisphere, Great Stone Dragon, RLS Legacies Cannon for the rare, Ariel for the super rare, the foil, Anna True Hearted super rare foil. That is a beautiful card. At the time of recording this, and I'm going to try and get it out immediately, Best Buy is having a huge sale on Lorcana. I want to say $35 troves. They had like $8 starter decks. Quite a few things were on sale. Some of the portfolio binders were on sale. So check that out quickly before they're sold out. Lost in the Woods, Sisu, Hades, Ursula's Lair for the rare, Rapunzel for the rare, the foil, Brawl. Ooh. I actually used Brawl in one of my decks. A lot of people at the DLC had some of the craziest decks I've seen. People were playing like full foil decks, and for any legendary card, they were using enchanted cards in their decks, which is like, it's a cool flex, but also it's pretty intimidating when you go to play somebody and they pull out just like an enchanted, and that's, oh, I'm gonna ink this enchanted, and then they just put it face down, and you're like, it was a lot to take in. Antonio Madrigal, Julieta, Ursula for the first rare, Namari for the rare, the foil, Triton rare foil. Yeah, there was some pretty crazy decks, some wild collections, like one of those vendors having 3 golden Mickeys, and then like the foil playmat autographed by the artist who did the art. Like, and those are the ones that don't have price tags, because if you have to ask, you can't afford it, is what I learned. Also, when the ones had price tags, couldn't afford that either. Cogsworth, Magic Broom, Felix, Triton's Trident, Miss Potts for the rare, Mirabelle for the super rare, the foil, Aladdin Brave Rescuer. Ouch, these troves. 3 packs left, and it's on to a couple first chapter packs. Would really appreciate a big hit after the blow from the prize wall, but I'm still excited that chapter 6 is right around the corner, and I've pre-ordered quite a bit of that, so I'm excited to open that when it arrives. Dang Hugh for the rare, Ariel for the rare, the foil, Dolores. Ow. 1 legendary and 14 packs now. I hate those odds. I strongly dislike those odds. We don't use the word hate in my house. But my kid is nowhere near, so I get a hall pass and there's no money in the swear jar. Ice block, Atlantica, Bruno's Return, Nessus, Snuggly Duckling for the rare, Diablo Legendary. All right, that's a great pull, and that Legendary is still holding awesome value. And the foil Cinderella Legendary. Okay, double Legendary pack. See, there we go. Those are the pulls that we need. Let's get these sweeties sleeved ASAP. That Diablo is awesome. I'm surprised Diablo is still holding its value, because when I was playing, I was like, my Diablo did me no good. I would bring it out on the first turn, and by turn 2 or 3, somebody had already eliminated it, and it was kind of pointless. So I'm happy that it's holding value, because all of these are gonna go towards some awesome trades at some point. Last pack magic. Gus, Ice Block, Augustine, Camilo, Pete, Avalanche, Imperial Proclamation for the rare, John Silver for the rare, the foil, Luisa Madrigal. All right, so 3 legendaries, 16 packs. I mean, it's kind of close to booster box odds, but on to the first chapter. 2 loose packs out of a booster box, traded. So not like money out of my pocket, thank goodness, because... Okay, I got so confused. I thought it was one of the gateway cards coming out of a first chapter. I forgot the puzzle piece is on the other side. Okay, back to chapter 1. Hopefully there's some magic in here. Mickey Mouse, Mufasa, Pongo, Simba, Captain Hook, Be Our Guest, Frying Pan, Fan the Flames, Mickey Mouse for the first rare, Ursula's Shell Necklace for the second rare, and the foil slot, Jasper, Common Crook. Nothing wild there. Ursula's Shell Necklace was kind of a nightmare when I did the chapter 1 sealed. It's pretty crazy. You get 6 packs to build the ultimate deck. And I mean, certain chapters just didn't have a whole lot. So like no location cards in chapter 1, a lot of items. And the main thing with the chapter 1 is just play all the evasive characters. That's what I learned. It worked out. Archimedes, Stampede, Work Together, Gaston, Hakuna Matata, Hercules, Sven, Mother Knows Best, Coconut Basket, Tamatoa So Shiny. That card is actually still holding some great value. I want to say it was closer to 10 bucks. And the second rare slot, Aladdin Super Rare, the foil, Horus. Really, I got Horus and Jasper. I got the 2 turds from 101 Dalmatians as my foils. So nothing super wild. I love the double legendary pack with the Diablo and the Cinderella foil. Hopefully you enjoyed the vlog from the Seattle DLC and the recap video. I'm excited to get this up and out there. And again, I've got some amazing videos in the works. I've got the PSA submission guide that I'll be doing. I'm also going to rip open, every time a chapter is about to release, I always say goodbye to another chapter, and I magically got my hands on a lot of Floodborne products. So I'll be ripping into quite a bit of Floodborne to see if I can't pull that Chase Enchanted that I wanted, the Cindy. And then of course the 500 subscriber 100th video, chapter 1 booster box opening. So make sure you smash that subscribe button so that you know when all these crazy videos are coming out. Hit the like and comment down below what you're looking forward to the upcoming DLC, or if anything I said was super useful, helpful, or if you have a hat for sale, because I need one still. So anyways, thank you all for tuning in and enjoy the rest of your everything.